The future of my £1.46 million ecom brand is here, and I'm making big bets on AI to scale faster with less busy work. The reality is that AI is taking over, and this recent shift from ChatGPT is huge, so if you don't embrace it, you will be left behind. My name is James Eardley. I've generated almost 1.5 million in sales with my first ecom store. And in this video, I'll explain exactly how I'm plugging in AI agents into my operation so that you can get ahead and not get left behind. So let's dive in. I've laid it all out in clear steps here to show you exactly what I'm doing so you can just copy this into your brand. And this has mainly come about from the recent change that ChatGPT made. And you can see now in ChatGPT, there's something called agent mode because it's enhancing its capability with AI agents that are accessible for you to use now if you go into ChatGPT, and I'll show you a demo of how I'm using it later in this video. The way that AI agents are going to change e-commerce forever is in both ways. In both the way that customers will now shop and find our products, and in the way that we'll operate as sellers. So the first part of this video, I'm going to talk about how we can adapt to make sure that customers, when they're using AI agents to shop, can find us. And then secondly, I'm going to explain what we can do as sellers to use AI voice agents, AI chatbots, exciting different things that we can use to change our business to thrive in this new era of AI agents and the different things that are coming about for e-commerce. Now, first of all, what is an AI agent? Is a fairly new term still. You'll have heard of AI, you'll be familiar with ChatGPT, but AI is different to that. So let me just explain it in terms that you'll understand, you'll be familiar with. So ChatGPT is an example of an LLM, which is a large language model. Now, what ChatGPT does is it awaits precise prompts and it will execute specific demands. So you go to type in chat, you ask it for 5 different bestsellers in the barbecue industry, and it will tell you the 5 best-selling products based on the research that it can do. Now, of course, these are incredibly powerful, but they're passive. They won't work unless you are telling it exactly what you need it to do. Now, the shift to an AI agent is that it is goal-driven rather than prompt-driven. So for AI agents, you give it a goal that you'd like it to achieve, and then it will autonomously act on those complex goals. And it will decide things on its own behalf for it to be able to work out how to do it. So for example, if you're searching for a hot tub, you can search with an AI agent mode in ChatGPT. You can give it a vague prompt like find me a hot tub that I want to buy for my garden, and it will go ahead and search that for you, make decisions on your behalf, and go shopping like your own AI personal shopping assistant. And the biggest shift that you need to understand about AI agents is that we're shifting from prompt response to an autonomous goal achievement. So it'll work on its own to work towards a goal, and it is shifting the way that people will shop and interact with your e-com store. So let me show you an example of how this works now. So we've opened up ChatGPT. I'm on ChatGPT 4.0. And if you go to the tools option and then click agent mode, this is the mode we want to be on for it to start searching websites. I'm going to send it this prompt here. So I'm asking it to add the best hot tub for my garden for under 3K to my cart on a UK hot tub website. And I believe this is the sort of search terms that people are going to use on, or the sort of prompts on ChatGPT to get ChatGPT to do the shopping for people. And so let's see what ChatGPT does to find the best hot tub under 3K for my garden and get it added to my cart ready to check out. So you can see it's opening up a website and it's going to tell us what it's doing the whole way through. So if it's struggling to find different hot tubs, if it can't access because of the country I'm in maybe, then it will keep trying different ones until it finds a website. And you can literally watch as it tells me what it's doing. You can see the cursor, you can see the web browser that it's opened, and you can see that it's live here, and it's literally reading through different websites to find the best one under 3K. Now it's located a website. It's chosen it based on the fact that the pricing that we've given it, so under 3K is the price bracket that we've given it. It looks like it's struggling to find something in that area, but it's looking through different ones until it finds exactly what we've asked it for. So while on this website, the lazy spa, it's looking to click around as we would as a person, but it's just doing this personal shopping for you. Obviously, it's taking a little while to find the right thing. So what you could imagine doing while your personal shopper is working away online, go make yourself a cup of tea, do what you want while your personal shopper is looking for your products. And I think this is the future. Certainly how some people who are a little bit less interested in the shopping experience will start shopping in the future. So something that's interesting to note while it's searching around these different websites to find the right product for us is that some websites aren't letting it in. And I think this is going to hamper those websites in the future if people are going to use this method to shop. So we'll get into it in the next part of the video, how we can make sure that our website will let people in if they're choosing to shop like this, so they choose our shop over competitors. So now, after a few minutes of searching, it's located a hot tub that meets my requirements, well under 3K, and it's added it to the cart. I imagine it's now going to hand back over to me to ask if I'd like to proceed, take over the browser screen, and then purchase. You can see here, just before it hands it back over to me, the power of this is that it was working for 8 minutes, so in that time you could be doing something else, and it's found the ideal options, and then I can ask if I'd like it to proceed to checkout, and I can even give it my shipping and payment details to check out on my behalf, or I can ask it to take over the browser, and therefore I can get back in control, go through the same browser and do the checkout myself if I'd rather do that. And the exciting thing about this is that I was so top line with my prompts, I wasn't aware of a product. I was somebody that was actually just solution aware, and that I know I wanted a hot tub, but I didn't become aware of which brands to buy, I didn't know which product to buy, so I didn't need to do any of that research. And so people coming in at that level, which is a higher proportion of the market that don't know which product they want, will use ChatGPT to do that part of the searching for you. And so as e-commerce sellers, it's up to us to work out how can we make sure that ChatGPT chooses us over competitors. Now, this is incredibly exciting. It is shifting for the better, I believe, but only if you can capitalize on this and not get left behind. So what does this actually mean then for us as e-com store owners, now that people can have their own AI personal shoppers? It means that there's going to be a new way for people to discover you, and we need to lean into this. Previously, customers would have to endlessly scroll and look through different websites, and I believe this is going to come to an end fairly soon, especially for those type of shoppers who are more interested in the final outcome rather than the shopping experience. So we need to make sure that we are being discovered by goal-driven searches using AI machines rather than being there for people who are scrolling to find the best price and the best product. So the key really is going to be the data that we provide in our website to make sure that it can be read easily by these AI machines to choose our website over others when it has somebody asking them to find products that we sell. And also it means that the user experience battle is different now. So we need to be showing clear signals to AI in order to choose us over others. Rather than just the visual design that would appeal to a human, we need to appeal to machines. So the way that I view this is there was this massive shift recently in e-commerce towards personalization and making sure that the content on our website is as personalized as possible to that specific customer who's landed on our website. The shift that's happening now is that there's still personalization, but we're personalizing to machines, not just humans. We want to make sure that our website is perfectly set up to show what a machine is looking for based on the specific goal-driven searches that customers are going to use with these AI agents. So we need to lean into this. Now, to show you how to lean into this, first of all, this is going to change both in terms of how people find us and how people will interact with us when they get to our website. So first, let's show you what it means for how customers will find products. They'll be using these natural language queries. So they'll be looking for like high waist leggings under £50. They'll type that into AI agents. They won't want to do all of the sifting through themselves. Maybe they'll be searching for, give me the cheapest white socks online, or find me the best original version of a certain original jersey for a football shirt that was worn, or something like that. They'll talk in normal speak. And so we need the machine to be able to look into our website and respond to humans based on their vague searches. So the way we do this is we need our website to speak in AI language, and we need it to speak in JSON. Now, stay with me. We can do this simply as an e-commerce business owner. I've done this for my own site. It doesn't have to be technical, but we need to make sure that our website is read in the right way that AI can understand. And that is through making sure that we have the right signals and that we're set up for the right schema markup and JSON on our website. And then once you've got that in place, which I'll show you in just a second, we then provide a seamless experience for customers who will find us because ChatGPT can easily see that our website ranks highly, is perfectly set up for the search terms that it's using. And so we can get that installed onto our website. So there's a 3-step playbook to set this up for your store. Now we need to install this structured data onto our website to make sure that our data is machine readable. So that's step 1. We need to install this. And the way that we install this for step 1 is using an app. Now, there is an app that I've installed and I would recommend for you as well. It's called JSON LD for SEO. And when you install JSON, that is the language that can be read by AI when it's searching for the right product for the prompt that it's been given by a customer. It also helps from an SEO point of view as well, but we're doing it really for the AI advancements. Now, make sure you're doing this because Shopify doesn't do it naturally. Now, when you install this app, JSON LD, it will put the JSON onto your website, and it's very simple and quick for us to do, even as non-technical people. So the way that I did this, it took me about 20 minutes to work out this. I installed the app, and before I installed the app, this was the issue that we had. So I went to Google Rich Results, and it showed me that there was no items detected, and so it couldn't get the snippets that it needed to in order for it to read my website very easily and clearly. 20 minutes later, I did the same test after I installed the app. So after I went and installed this app, it added the JSON to my website, and now there are 10 valid items detected on my product pages, and that's exactly what Google needs to see to perform better in SEO, and is what AI will need to see as well to improve as well. So at the moment, the price is $399 per year for this particular app, but the benefits are huge in terms of getting ahead of time. We're making sure we're going to show it for AI search in a way that other websites won't be able to. So well worth it. Then once you've got that app installed, the next thing we can do is also manually update the content on our website, or with a virtual assistant, which I recommend, to make sure your titles, descriptions, and specifications are all easy to read for AI comprehension. Quick way to do this, you can feed it all to ChatGPT and ask it to make sure it's optimized for AI comprehension and focus on your best sellers first. Don't need to do this across your whole range. Make sure you're getting the most leverage by doing best sellers first. And finally, something that's going to make you win in the search for who's going to be chosen by AI, make sure you have a fast site, optimize page speed, use freelancers if you need to, make sure you've not got huge images, huge videos, make sure your site speed is good, and that will make sure that it will be seamless for AI agents to find you. So that is how we make sure we win for the search battle, for how we're going to be discovered when AI is looking for us. Now, onto how this works for actually sellers ourselves. So remember, we spoke about the two differences. We've been through part one, which is what it makes the difference for customers and how they're shopping now. But this is now where it comes in for e-commerce sellers like ourselves. How can we use agents, not to just make sure that we're discovered, but also to handle the customer experience as well? So there are two main ways. There is such thing nowadays as a voice agent, which will act as a phone service operator 24/7 to take phone calls from customers and answer in a way that sounds like a human. And I'll show you a demonstration of that in just a second. And the second way is through a chatbot agent that can access your knowledge base and answer questions 24/7. And it'll be much more in-depth because it will go and find answers on its own rather than relying on a few simple prompts that it can give instant answers for. So the way that this works is that we have to set them up. We have to set up these agents. We have to give it access that it needs so it can answer the questions that our customers will give us. But it is a way that we can do it, and I'm doing it now for my businesses, and I recommend it for yours as well. And if you want the checklist for how to complete this, send me a DM on Instagram and I can walk you through it and send you the checklist. And also, I'm helping e-commerce owners to step away from the day-to-day and scale their business. So if that's you, I can help you, not just from an AI and an automations point of view, but also I'm helping people hire virtual assistants, installing systems into people's businesses, making sure that you as the founder can work on the high leverage activities rather than just doing the busy work day to day. So message me on Instagram if you're interested for that, or book a call. But first of all, we'll talk about AI chatbots. So the way that this works and why it's so exciting is that these chatbots are different from the usual live chat because they're able to give product recommendations based on the different requirements that the customer has. It can upsell and cross-sell, it can create product bundles, and it can even deploy discount codes when needed. So let me first show you an example of how an AI chatbot will work. So let's send a message now to Chatbase, which is an AI agent chatbot that we can install. So again, I'm just going to find out how it works for e-commerce brands' websites. And this is an example. So we'll find out some information from Chatbase. At the same time, it will show us how AI agents work and how much more thorough they are than a usual chatbot. Because what we've used in the past, maybe you can set up, it will respond with 1 or 2 lines, but this will pull data from the knowledge base in order to give you proper responses. So it's talked about the benefits here of chatbots, and that's obviously 24/7 customer support is a huge thing. Sales assistants It can collect data from information from customers, order tracking, etc., etc. So my question here is, can you look at a knowledge base that I give you, like FAQs or information about all the products that we sell, in order for you to answer complex, difficult questions on the fly? And the answer is yes. You can provide your own knowledge base for your Shopify store, and then chatbot will use that answer. So it's exciting here because you can upload all of the documents you have, all the policies, FAQs, previous Gmail responses that you provided, previous live chat responses, the way that you like to interact with your customers. You can upload it all, and it will use that to respond. And you can see here by the depth of the response here about how in-depth and complex it can provide answers to difficult questions. It's well thought out. So I won't keep going back and forth. You can understand the power here of how this AI agent can pull in data from the knowledge base with all of the information about your store and answer on the fly 24/7. So the power is huge. I think the biggest thing for me is that it's 24/7 and that it has access to the knowledge base straight away, and it can immediately start answering complex questions. So that's chatbots. Now, potentially more exciting is AI voice agents, because this is actually, it sounds like a human. I'm going to show you a demo now, but just look out for the way it acts when I ask questions. It is trained on the knowledge base and it will speak like a human. They're the main things that that makes me excited about AI voice agents. So have a watch of this demo now. So here's a demo to show you how powerful voice agents can be. And I want to speak to it about how it thinks I can use AI voice agents for e-commerce brands particularly. And I'm just going to listen out for how good it is at acting like a human and how good it is at keeping the conversation driving forward. So let's give this a try.
Welcome to Vappy. I'm an assistant that you can talk to like a person. So, how's your day going?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, I'd just like to have a chat with you today to find out what the opportunities are for using voice agents with e-commerce businesses.
I'd love to dive into the opportunities for voice agents in e-commerce, but before I do, would you mind telling me how you found out about Vappy?
Sure, yeah, it's through a YouTube video.
Great. So, about voice agents in e-commerce, well, they can handle customer support, product searches, order tracking, and even personalized shopping assistance. It's like having a sales rep 24/7. Want me to dig into some specific use cases?
Amazing, very powerful. I don't need the use cases right now. I'm just conscious, will you be able to pull product information from a Shopify store in order to answer difficult product questions from customers?
Yeah, Vappy can connect to Shopify and other platforms, so it can pull product info and answer tricky questions. Want me to get more detail?
Amazing. No, that's all for now. And then also you mentioned that it can pull order details as well from Shopify. So if a question comes from a customer about the delivery status, for example, it would be able to answer those questions.
Exactly. Vappy can access order details, including delivery status, so it can give customers real-time updates. Pretty handy, huh?
Very handy. Yeah, cool system. So is there anything else I should know? Any other cool features that Vappy will do for e-commerce brand owners?
Well, Vappy also supports voice-driven checkout, customer authentication, and even upsell suggestions during calls. It's like having a supercharged sales assistant. Want me to share more?
Right. No, that's all for now. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. If you ever want to chat more about Vappy or e-commerce voice options, just give me a shout. Have a great day.
So this is incredibly exciting updates, not just from the discovery point of view, but also from the chatbots and voice agents that sound like humans are able to make those noises, those breathing noises. So it sounds like they're on the end of a real person, but it can answer complex questions. It's getting so much better than it used to be. Now, what we need to understand from all of these changes is what's coming next. I think what's coming next is the way that we interact with AI as e-commerce sellers needs to be embracing it. We need to understand that if we don't prepare now, we are just going to get left behind, because brands are going to get ready to be found when people are using AI agents to shop. Brands are going to get ahead of us if we don't embrace this. So install that app, follow the checklist that I'll send across to you if you DM me on Instagram, and you'll be ready to gain a lasting edge, because the first movers on this will get a big benefit. And also, we're going to future-proof our brand. If we're set up ready to handle AI search queries, that's not going to go away in the future. So next steps, if you want the board that I've been narrating through today, send me a message on Instagram. As well as the board, there's a full checklist included, as you can see here. So it's all the steps that are required to get yourself AI ready in here, which I'll send you after this. And then we can chat about how to implement this into your business. So plug it all into Shopify, both the way that you appear for discovery, but also the way that you appear and interact with your customers through chat and voice. And with this, you're going to put yourself ahead of the pack, ahead of the curve in terms of AI. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know, and I'll speak to you on Instagram soon. Cheers.